I was such an angel. I was never a party girl.
Hey everyone, I'm Lindsay Miller and I'm here today at the SLS Hotel with Malin Akerman. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. And you're looking fantastic. How are you feeling?
I feel great. You know, it's amazing being a new mom. It's the biggest role I've ever had in my whole life.
Yeah. How has life changed since Sebastian came along?
Well, you don't get to decide when you sleep.
Right.
That's a big change. You kind of eat on the go and
Yes.
you kind of, you know, sometimes get to shower. All those kind of things. But,
Right.
I mean, life has changed because all of a sudden you have the biggest love of your life. You
Yeah.
know, so it's all worth it.
Was there anything that you kind of wish people had told you before he came along about what it would be like to be a mom?
You know, everyone said as much as they can, I think, and then it's just the experience is yours.
Yeah.
You just have to kind of embrace it, and it's everyone reacts differently, I think, and everyone has such unique experiences because it really is sort of your motherly instinct kicks in.
Yeah.
And, but of course, the first week you're like, oh my God, there's a baby in the
Right.
house. Whose is it? Wait, it's
And
mine?
I'm
That's
responsible
crazy.
for it. Yes.
Oh my God, I have to raise him? Okay. I hope I don't mess this up.
So tell me a little bit too about where he is right now, because he's born in April, so any cute milestones he's been achieving?
God, he's smiling now and
That's
cooing,
exciting.
and he's learning how to roll over. I actually think he's teething a little bit, which is really
Okay,
early,
yeah.
but we can see a little point and he's chewing his hands up. So there's a few things going on, you know.
How did you kind of like get back on the fitness wagon?
Yeah, it was a tough one. I didn't want to. But it was, you know, it just slowly but surely. Thank God we're in LA. The sun is always shining.
Yes.
Pretty much every day. So it was easy just to go for hikes. Baby stroller gives you a little extra added weight. So that was the beginning, and then now I've been getting into Pilates and cycling.
Okay.
Which has been a great sort of contrast.
Yeah.
Changing it up for your muscles. And then, of course, diet. You know, diet is a huge deal.
Very important. But it can be really hard when you're a new mom. Like you said, you're always on the go. You don't have time to really focus on it. So do you have any advice on how to make sure you still eat healthy when you're that busy?
Yeah, it is. It's tough, no matter what. You know, prepared snacks, easy-to-go snacks, fruits, veggie sticks, yogurts. I have a new favorite, by the way.
Okay.
Miller yogurt has this amazing, they have tons of great flavors. My favorite is mango.
That
it's like,
sounds good.
It's basically a yogurt with a fruit mousse on top. So it's like you're eating a dessert, but it's actually nutritious.
That sounds
A
amazing.
little calcium, a little protein, you know,
Yeah.
keeps you going.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of busy, you are going to be back on TV later this month when Children's Hospital returns, which is such a funny and twisted show.
It's ridiculous.
Are there any sort of weird scenarios you can tease about what's coming up?
Any weird scenarios? They're all weird scenarios.
Very true, yes.
We're totally inept doctors on this show. We're actually now on a military base.
Okay.
So it will be very different from all of the other Children's Hospital shows that we have previously seen because we will no longer be in a hospital.
Okay, so will there maybe be some political humor that comes out of that?
There might be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of everything.
Right.
There's like even a wine tasting on the military base. So I mean,
Okay.
it goes from, you can never, this show is so incoherent. It makes no sense whatsoever. So
It's
get
very
ready for
true.
it.
Well, that could set up an interesting scenario because one of my favorite Michael Cera little announcements was buzzed surgery is drunk surgery.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Good to remember.
There was definitely some drunk surgery in this season. For
Okay,
sure.
and so many great guest stars have come on the show too.
Yeah.
So anybody we're going to see this time around?
Yeah.
Can't
I'm
give
gonna
anything
keep it
away.
shut.
Okay, we'll just have to watch.
Exactly.
And then you're going to be on a little bit of a different comedy when Trophy Wife comes to TV this fall, which looks like a really fun project to work on.
I'm so excited. It really is a fantastic cast, incredible cast, comedy, which I love doing. And also I'm going to be able to be at home for a while and sort of have a regular schedule and be with the baby. So it all worked out really well. But yeah, I'm super excited to get started on that. We start shooting that in August.
Okay.
And we shot actually the pilot while I was pregnant. So
interesting.
It was, yeah, that was it. Right, the last week is right when I started popping, and so so we were kind of like, oh, the camera angle. Oh, where's A? tuck in that belly. I'm like, how am I going to tuck in a pregnant
belly?
Like,
I can't do it.
I can't suck it in, guys. It's not air.
Well, it is interesting because your character kind of plays this former party girl who becomes a stepmom. So right at the same time you're about to become a mom,
it was perfect.
You get this show.
I was such an angel. I was never a party girl.
Okay, we believe you completely.
Right.
Says Malin, who's like married to a rock star. You don't share anything in common with this character.
None whatsoever. Nothing. No, I was an angel. I sat at home and read books all the time.
Wow. Okay, that's how you spent your high school years.
Yeah, totally.
Got
no,
it.
I'm just glad that none of my high school years were caught on camera.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think we all were.
Yeah.
Right.
But nowadays, everyone has phones with cameras and all. In my days, it was like we had beepers.
Yeah.
That's how old I am.
Well, I'm really excited about CBGB. I have to tell you because I'm a huge Blondie fan.
Me too.
So what was it like to take on Debbie Harry?
It was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, luckily it's a small part. The whole movie is basically, you know, the startup of CBGBs, and it's all about the owner and how he made it happen. And so throughout the film, you have all these different bands that came through and became something. And so, you know, I have a small part, but it's Debbie Harry, and it was one of those things where you just go, wow, I can't mess this up because she's kind of spectacular, and I think everybody knows her or knows of her. And so it was. It's always nerve-wracking when you have to play somebody, a real person.
Well, I know that you talked a little bit about whether you guys were going to lip sync the songs or if you were going to sing. So how did that turn out?
They ended up lip syncing.
Okay.
Yeah, we.
They
ended up
and you.
yeah,
Yes.
they and me.
Did that take some of the pressure off, though? A little bit.
Definitely.
I can imagine.
Definitely, it would have been fun, but at the same time. She's got a killer voice.
Yeah, and it's
She's
so
super
unique.
special. He's super unique.
It'd be hard to kind of imitate.
I think there'd be a lot of judgment if we tried to, emulate her voice. So
right.
I think we're better off this way.
Well, and you had some practice too with Rock of Ages, but you know your husband is a musician, so did you kind of bounce anything off him as far as your performance on stage?
Well, we started as a band together, so you know he's seen me on stage, and he already gave me his comments when we were in a band together.
Okay.
Italians don't really keep their mouth shut; they tell you what they think.
Yeah, so there's a lot of feedback.
I didn't need to ask him anything; he just tells it like it is. I had to teach him how to sugarcoat things, actually. So it's the opposite in our relationship, where now finally he's gotten the idea of sugarcoating 10 years later. But he played the drummer in CBGB. He plays Blondie's drummer. So that was fun to work together.
Very cool. Yeah, well, thank you so much for sitting down with me today, Malin. And be sure to set your DVRs because Adult Swim Children's Hospital is back on July 25th.